Dads, listen, I'll be the first to tell you that there is nothing wrong with you. This feeling you have of not being satisfied, this thing inside you that grows because you're not at where you want to be, it doesn't mean that something's wrong. It just means that you have a mental block. It means you're just stuck and you just need a little nudge in the right direction. And what this comes down to, dads, is this. It comes down to the fact that there's a version inside of you right now, that no longer serves you. You've fallen in love with this version of you that's holding you back. And I'm here to tell you guys, it's time to let that guy go. You see, this guy that is what I call the humble version of you, which we'll do in a different video. There's this guy, this dad, this husband, this man within inside of you that's the lowest version of yourself, the one that's holding you back. It's not the one that's pushing you forward. It's not the one that's making you rise up, because time and time again, you keep going back to this version of yourself that you need to let go. I posted a reel on social the other day, and it was for you guys. It was for you guys. It was for me. It was the dads that, are struggling. They don't feel appreciated. They keep fighting. They keep providing in a world that doesn't let them win. And what I realized after I posted it was I misspoke in a sense of let them win. I'm not looking for the world, for society to let me win. I am forcing myself through the door, doing the things necessary on a day-by-day basis in order for me to win. You guys see the difference? What does that look like for you? Because the post was real. I got several comments from you guys. Dude, that hit me hard. Man, that was real. Yeah, I don't feel appreciated. Yeah, I'm struggling. I even had somebody say, oh, cry about it, which is hilarious. But there's a version inside of you right now. There's a version inside of me that we've had for a long fucking time. And that person that we truly, when we really break it down, we are letting that person hold us back from us rising to be the king that God's called us to be, from rising to be the father to your children that you're supposed to be the husband that you're supposed to be to your wife. Too many times we let this guy create a prison around us, knowing that we damn well have the key to unlock our cell door to escape the prison. That's one of the quotes in my book. Chapter 5 is called Life Through a Different Lens. All right, so this is from chapter 5 of Beardology. This chapter is called Life Through a Different Lens. And this chapter was written in part 2 of the book, which is called Awakening, but chapter 4 was the hardest chapter that I've ever had to write. I talk about the death of my grandfather. I talk about the death of my very close best friend, Craig. I talk about how we had more funerals than weddings. Just so many things happened. But I'm going to read you a quote that came from one of my morning meditations. And each chapter has a morning meditation, or what I like to call a daily rise, that starts it off. So you have had and always will hold the keys to unlocking the prison that you've created for yourself. What you choose to do with those keys will either grant you your freedom or keep you doing a life sentence of a life full of despair and lack of purpose. Don't stay locked inside the prison cells with the keys in your pocket. Guys, that's exactly what we're talking about. You have the power to change your life in a direction that you want to go. Dads, you want to provide for your family. I know you do. You're a father. You want to be a good husband, but you keep showing up time and time again in a way that the old version of you is holding you back. This guy no longer serves you. It's time to let him go. And you can always have the memory of this version of you that's held you back for so long. But so many of you don't realize the power that you hold. You're holding the keys. You guys understand that? You are holding the keys to live the life that you want. Once I realized this, I left the fire department. I started a business. I started getting healthy. I started working out. I started taking my wife on date nights. I started parenting my boys, knowing that the responsibility of raising men fell on me. It just takes that recognition that the keys are in your pocket and all you have to do are pull the keys out and unlock that cell and walk through the fucking door. Doesn't mean it's not going to be hard. It doesn't mean that old version of you is going to want to claw its way back into your life. And at times it will, but you hold the key. So with that, guys, what are you going to do? Until next time, dominate daily.